Hello guys, it's me again, it's Philip from Smart Programmer, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a variable in Java. So if you don't know what a variable is or you have no idea or whatsoever, don't worry, this video is going to explain it hopefully, and then you get to understand it better and become a king in variable. So that said, let's get started. So now last lesson we talked about um printing text to the screen, and then some other kind of stuff. So today is variable making day. So let's get started. So let me start with what a variable is. So a variable is a container for storing data, like an envelope is a container for storing letters, and then some other kind of stuff, whatever you want to store in there. And then that's basically it. So it's just a container, a vacuum for storing data. So it can be text, it can be numbers, and it can be images or whatsoever data value you want to put in there. So that's it. Let's know how to create a variable. So the steps in creating a variable: first, you have to declare a variable, just like probably getting the container, and then you have to assign a value to the variable, that's putting something into the container. So let's go back to our previous example of an envelope. So if I want to get an envelope, I'll probably go and buy it in a store or something like that, and then put something inside, that's the letter. So buying it, it's declaring the variable, and then putting a letter inside, it's assigning value to the variable. So that said, let's get practical about this whole stuff. So first of all, in Java, to declare a variable, you have to write the type of variable. So for example, here's int for storing integer variables. So int starts with a small letter I. So int, which is a data type for storing numbers. So you give the variable a name. So I'm going to name it I'm just going to give it number. Sure. Number, and then close it with a semicolon. So that's how to declare a variable in Java. So first of all, you write the type of variable it is, and then you give it a name. Then to assign it a value, all you just have to do is say number is equal to 55, and then end the statement with a semicolon. So that said, this what this code does is declares a variable number, and then assigns the variable a value of 55. So if you actually want to know whether it works, how do we know whether it works? Because if we run this code here, we aren't going to see anything. So how do we know this program is actually storing a variable in the value of 55 in the variable number? So we can actually print it out to the screen. So remember how to print: system dot out dot okay dot print, and then let's say number, which is the variable we created, and then run it. So we're actually printing the value inside the variable, so it gave us 55. Wow, so it actually stored it. So let's change the numbers so that let's make it 35, and then run it again. So it gave us another value, 35. So this program is actually creating a variable, assigning a value to a variable, and storing the value in printing out the value. So another way to do this is just to create and assign the value variable in one line, just like this. So instead of creating it in one line and assigning it in another line, all you just have to do is write integer, write the name of the variable, and then an equal sign, and then the value of the variable ended with a semicolon. So it's going to still run same. So let's run it. So it's still printing 35. So this is a shorter way of creating and assigning a variable in Java. So that said, what if we want to store other types of variables like my name and all this kind of stuff? So there are other type of I'll just let's say explore two other type of data types, like the int. So we have talked about int. So let's talk about the string data type. So the data type string, it stores like words. That's words, or just a group of letters. So let me say word, and then to store a value inside the string data type, I have to put it in quotes, in double quotes. So I'm going to say Philip. Okay. So I'm going to Philip, store the value Philip inside this data type, and then write here words, or word I mean, and then run the code, so we can see that Philip, it's outputted. So this variable word stores the value Philip, and then prints it out to the screen. So it's like same. So the general rule for creating and using a variable is, what's the type of the variable? In this case is a string, and then you give it a name, which is in this case word also, and then equal sign, and then the value of the variable. Then you must always end the statement with a semicolon in Java. So that's it here. So that said, here's our last data type for this or variable type for this lesson. So the type of variable type is char. So it's like C in small letters, CHAR. So try pausing this video and then creating a variable of char, and then assigning it to a value. So the let me talk about the char data type before you just do that little assessment. So like this, you replace this with CHAR, and then give it a name you want to name it. You can say character or anything. Make sure it's not the exact name of the type, and then an equal sign, and then give it a value. Then when giving it a value, make sure it's just a letter you put inside the value, a letter or any character. Just make sure it's a character, and then secondly, put it, instead of double quotes, give it single quotes only, just like this. So try doing that, and then I'm going to pause this video so that you finish that, and then just to make sure you are learning and getting it. So pause this video right now, and then do the little assessment.